Okay, in this lesson, we're going to be working with exponents. So the first thing we're going to do is just review a little bit of vocabulary. So a power is a product of repeated factors. The base of a power is the common factor, and then the exponent of the power indicates the number of times that base is used as a factor. So for example, this whole setup here is considered the power, okay? And then your base would be your larger in size number, so that's the number that's appearing, your exponent number of times, so 5 times. So in other words, if I were to see this long hand, it would look something like this. And remember, it's a power, meaning we're multiplying, or a product of that. So product means to multiply, so this is what it would look like longhand. Notice I have 5s, 1, 2, 3, 4 times, that's our exponent, okay? So just so that you're understanding that little bit of vocab terminology, your base number is the number, and then your exponent is how many times it's multiplied by itself. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and practice writing each product using exponents. So the first step we're going to do is just actually going through and writing it out as exponent in its exponent form. And then we'll be in our next step actually solving that or evaluating that. So here, what number occurs each time? Well, we have -7 occurring 3 times. And take note that I did put that -7 in a parenthesis because I want to make sure that that negative stays with the 7 3 different times, okay? If I just wrote it like this, well, really, that is a negative and then 7 times 7 times 7. And I want to make sure that that negative stays with the 7. So that's why I'm putting the parenthesis around it. Okay, so let's try this one. This one, we have more than one set of things. What things do I see in there? Well, I see the pi symbol twice. So pi twice. And then I also see an R 3 times, so times R 3 times. That is the most simple that I can get this one, so it's in its simplest form, so we would just leave it as pi squared times radius to the 3rd power. If we actually had numbers in there, yes, we could simplify pi squared, but if we actually had other numbers, yes, we could evaluate and simplify from there. Right now, they're just asking us to use products, or to show products using the exponent. So that's all the further we have to go. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll do number 1 together, and then I'm going to have you do number 2 on your own. So number 1, we've got 1/4. Oh man, now we have fractions. Well, no problem. We're still doing the same concept. So we're going to count how many we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. So we have 1/4. 5 times. And notice I did put that in a parenthesis. Okay, if you're questioning whether or not to put it in a parenthesis, it doesn't hurt to do that. Anytime I have more than one number, I tend to put it, like whenever I'm working a fraction, I always put it in a parenthesis so that I realize that that 5 is going to the 1 and the 4. Okay, so go ahead and pause your video and try that number 2 there on your own, and then check back to see if your answer is correct. Okay, so your final answer should have been 0.3 to the 4th power times x to the 2nd power, or x squared. If you didn't put your parentheses around that 0.3, that would be okay. I just chose to do that because it had that decimal in there. So once again, counting up how many base numbers you have and applying that exponent as the number of base numbers that are there. Good luck with this part of the lesson.